Hello Undergrowths and the Frenchers, it's Donald, welcome back to my kitchen. And on today's menu, we'll be taking a look at next expansion. All of it, all the Burning Shadows coming in August 3rd. We know all the cards are coming. Are they good or bad? Which cards do you really want? The ones that are going to change the game. So, let's take a look at that. Alright, we are going to start off with Salazzle GX. Yes, this is a good one. Here we go. Alright, hit points 200. This is a stage 1. We talked about, let's see, another stage 1 today. It was Zoroark. This has 10 hit points left. 10 is very little. You can get away with that with a stage 1 GX. I like you as is. So, evolve some Salandit. And what are your attacks? Only 2 fire energies. I'm getting a Houndoom Vibe. That's really cheap. You must have very efficient, cheap attacks. Yes, she does. First attack we're looking at is Heat Blast. Only 2 fire energies, 110 damage. She can 2-shot even herself. Another GX Pokemon for 2 fire energies. Great. Give it a Muscle Band easily. Hey, that doesn't sound fair at all. Great attack. The only thing is it doesn't one-shot Garbodor, but you know, you can boost damage up with Lurantis. Yes, we used it all week from 5 decks. Promo Lurantis not here, but yeah, just lower up, give her a choice, man. She actually can get one-shots with that same attack. Now, thing is with Wicked Claw, the more prize guards you've taken, the more aggressively you play, the more damage it does. Wicked Claw does 50 damage for every prize guard that has been taken. So if you knock out a GX Pokemon 100 damage, still sucks. Does less damage to Heat Blast. 3 or more when you're halfway to victory, then it kicks up very hard. 150, 200. I can imagine playing it, like just having this card right now. Oh yeah, I win games with this. So, that's good. How about your GX attack? You discard all energies off your opponent's Pokemon, which really sucks if they're energy expensive Pokemon. If they're not, still, you know, you try to go for 2 energies. It's not as great as currently Umbreon GX, which gets them anywhere. It only gets to active. However, very similar. It could slow things down a bit, but you know, if you have these other attacks, I don't know if I'll really use Queen Haze over Heat Blast. If he really gets me ahead, we'll have to see. We'll have to play test that out. It's just, you know, something I gotta play test. Alright, moving on. You know, we actually skipped a couple cards. The other ones that, you know, I want to start with a GX first. They aren't interesting. Lady, look at this. 90 hit points. Gotta get squished. Stage 1. My Salazzle got 200. This is 90. Alright. And Comet Punch, 40 over 3 coins. That's 80 damage. Yeah, you're not the GX. Like, don't talk about them. Just focus on GXs like us. Alright, alright. How about, you know, we'll take a look at some good ones, like Tapu Bulu. He's good. It's like, am I good? Well, take a look at this guy. He's, you know, he's ripped out. He has 130 hit points. And this is a basic. Garbodor has less hit points, and this is stage 1, so man, it's a legendary. It's special. You know it's special already. Horn Leech actually has a similar attack, similar damage to his GX1. 30 damage. Forget about it. You're gonna use it if you're very starving, or if you got no energies. Tapu Strike does 60 damage plus 60 more if you used your GX attack. So if you have used your Haze, what's this called? Queen Haze GX. Yes, then it will do 120 damage. For that energy cost, that is GX level. It is only worth 1 prize card. Give it a Fighting Fury belt. You know, I'm fighting with all these. I totally make a deck out of it. Good bunch of deck right here. Alright, so, Bulu, you will be a very good fit for grass decks when they need non-EX GX Pokemon. So this, I'm going to add to my collection. So is this card right here. So they're worth they're worth it. This one, oh, yes. This could be a bad or a good thing, but I'm going to say it's a good thing, okay? This is Rick Geist. This is Suicune if you played that long. They are immune to EX and GX Pokemon, so this one has got an update. GX Pokemons can't touch this Alolan Ninetales. You know, its GX version is good. Its non-GX version is really good too. So, Light Barrier, no attacks, all effects too. So all damage cannot be touched by this. Start making like a fleet of these decks and a hit ladder with it, so it's like everybody's gonna have to change their game up. And look at the damage right here. 1 water energy, whoa, double colorless energy, 80 damage. Alright, she really needs a choice band. I mean, if you're going against GX Pokemon, they can't hurt you anyways. And with a choice band, 2 shots, even the Salazzle, even without weakness. I know there's weakness, but you know, it counts. Just an analogy here. She takes out Yeah, 2 shots them. Very dangerous. Yeah, if you're focusing too hard on EX and GXs, this will get you. I wonder if I can go for all 6 prizes just with only this card. That'd be annoying, wouldn't it? Alright, so moving on. Next card, Tapu Fini GX. Ooh, I got mixed feelings about this one right here. So, 170 hit points. The same as the other Tapu. So what's your first attack? Aqua Ring, 20 damage. You may switch this Pokemon with your bench Pokemon. Does it do much damage? 1 energy? Yeah. Alright, okay, maybe, you know, first attack doesn't tell this whole story. How does Hydro Shoot do? Discard 2 water energies, does 120 damage to any of your opponent's Pokemon. Just like Mega Latios. We don't use Mega Latios. Discarding 2 energies with this, 120? You know what Ninetales does? Ninetales GX? I don't have it up here, but Ninetales GX does 160. So you get 40 more damage off an easy Pokemon to play. Nah, alright. How about your GX attack? GX attack, you shuffle your opponent's active, whatever they have, all the cards, all the evolution cards back into the deck. Alright. So you don't actually get the KO. It's like KOing without getting KOing. It doesn't go to the discard, it goes back to their deck. So the heavier, the more energies, the more evolved they are, you know, the harder it hurts. You know, not a bad GX, but there's nothing else that I would use it for other than GX. Alright, well, you know, Water GXs. I guess if you want a really short, fast one, you could squeeze 1 Tapu Fini here, but I'll get 1 copy. I don't know if I've ever put into one of my water decks, but if I did, it'd just be for this GX card. And if I were to face against this, I know it has no damage. It's gonna go, you know, fall out sometime. It's gonna lose water energies. I mean, you're losing 2 water energies every attack. That's gonna strain their opponent's deck, so I'm not too afraid. I'm afraid of these guys, because if I face them, you know, they will ruin my deck, but not Tapu Fini. Sorry, Tapu Fini, you're the one out there. Hope you know, things get better for you. So next up, Electivire. Aww, it's one of those fluffs. You may have the points. Wow, 170 damage. You can one-shot a Tapu. That's scary. Except look at the energy cost. Ooh, your retreat cost, your hit points. Your hit points not too bad. 1 hit point, but yeah, 1 hit point way better than Tapu Bulu, who is a basic. But hey, you can one-shot those GXs. You're just, you know, just okay. At least you have a 1-shot. Yep. Still looks too expensive to use that. We're gonna move on right now. Slowking. Oh, this one's a weird one right here. With 120, same as Garbodor. Barehanded fighting. This is the main thing right here. You must have no cards in your hand in order to use this attack for free. Thinking of everything. I think it'd be too expensive to use this. I don't see a way where you could just shrink your hand to 0 and use it. It's not coming. It's not coming to me. But if it does come, then this would be a very good, yeah, a good non-EX deck-worthy Pokemon. I just don't see it yet. It's gonna be very expensive with trainers, yes. And it's gonna be killer on my if I want to put 0 cards in my hand all the time. Now, let's see what else. Tapu Lele! This falls pretty short. Psycho Wave does 20 damage for your opponent's Pokemon's energies on your opponent's active Pokemon. You know, most of these things go up to 3, so that's 60 base damage for 1 energy. Its hit points isn't up there. I don't think it's gonna trade. It's like, or trades very poorly. It's not worth your prize card to, you know, fight with it. So it does have a magical swap where you can remove damage counters any way you like. Great for big bench damage type sort of decks. I think Honchkrow does a better job though. We'll see. We'll see. You know, this exists right now as a Spiritomb. We don't use Spiritomb, so at least we have this tool choice to use in the future game. So I'll tuck you away, maybe 1 copy, but you know, you're probably gonna be shelled and forgotten. Sorry. Now move on. Machamp Gx, another old favorite. Okay, so thank you, Pokemon. How good is this Machamp Gx? Oh yeah. Like if Metagross can get into the stage, this guy has a chance too. 250 hit points max base hit points in the game. #1 slot, tied with the best other, you know, the best of the best. Good. How does Grass Cut do? 2 energies. Cheap. 60 damage to if your opponents have all Pokemon, does 60 more damage for 2 energies. Yeah, that's very efficient. That's Salazzle efficient. So I mean, there's a little more too. Strong energies. Choice Man, you can get those to a 1-shot KO, and you know what else you can get easier to 1-shots? Earthbreaker. Its final attack, just add another energy in. High base damage. Pretty much the same base damage, just 10 more. This card's every stadium no matter what. So if you really need that stadium you have, well, hopefully it's that new Springs, Brook Springs, that stadium. Well, there isn't a fighting stadium that you're gonna need at all times, I think. Yeah, Scorcher's getting rotated. Forget about what I said. Let's move on. Can you make that a one-shot KO? Strong energy choice fan. Yes, a Tapu Lele. That Tapu Fini will just get one-shot. So it's having a bad day right now. How much? What GX attack? A flat 180 damage. Not affected by resistance. Who actually has resistance to this? Birds? Maybe Dark Poke. No, Dark Purple. That's the opposite. Birds. Mostly birds have a resistance to these. So if it's fighting a bird, doesn't care. It's like I can punch birds in the sky. No problem for me. I'll just jump over there, smack it 180 damage. You know, it looks a little bit less than Incineroar's, but you know, you got strong energies. The whole fighting deck family has got a lot of strength and a lot of punch just to them. So that's more than 180. Pokemon knew that. They didn't want to, you know, put it into an outstanding range, so I'll give him that. That's a one-shot kill on Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini's having a bad day. Moving on. What else? More full art. Lunatone and Solrock. Solrock. It gets you more cards. I wouldn't use it in my deck, but there's the Lunatone, which blocks healing. If both Solrock and Lunatone your bench, 2 bench space taken, nobody can heal, even you. Since when do I use healing? Like, majorly depend on healing. Not much here and there, but 2 bench space for this? Nah. Banana Master, Sushi Master, that's what they're for. Although it'll be easy to get this out. So, moving on, are you both fighting types? Yeah, okay, that makes it convenient for fighting types. Alright, moving on, Lycanroc. We're gonna skip this Lycanroc. Its hit points is less than Garbodor level. Its damage, 92 shot. It's, I guess it's okay. Nothing too special about it. Alright, moving on, Sneasel. You are special. It's like, of course, it's like you're saying a sinister look right here. Sharpen Claws. Oh, wait. It's supposed to be Weevil. It's like, well, my bad. Weevil. Well, this is special. So what does Weevil do? Dark Awakening does 60 damage to every Pokemon play that has an ability. Does this mean yours too? Because we use Tapu Leles, those are 2 prize cards. We use Sheamus, those are 2 prize cards. I'll add them all up, there's gonna be collateral damage. But if this isn't to your Pokemon, then you cannot use this. Well, you can't use abilities. However, you know, lots of decks, every deck has Pokemon that has an ability. So, and it so happens that Lele and Sheamus are worth 2 prize cards. You may be able to get a win condition off this. However, your opponent may not play them. It's like, I know what the Weevil does. I'm not going to play my ability Pokemon, so that's what's going to happen. So, your potential, but I think people are going to outsmart you eventually. So, moving on. Oh, yeah. Another GX Pokemon that's worth it. So, here we go. Darkrai. The beloved Darkrai is always here with us. And your reprint. How good is this guy? Ability Resurrection. Ghosts can resurrect. If they resurrect, do they become living again? I don't know, but they're gonna resurrect. So if it's in your discard pile in the graveyard, if you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh, you may take the put it back onto your bench, resurrect it into your bench, and it also gets a bonus energy. So very easy to set this up. Then you just need another dark energy and then any other energy. Look at that thing right there. Great, 130 damage. That's equal to Tapu. Oh man, I can't forget the lightning one. Tapu Koko's attack. Yes, this is affected by resistance. So who actually has resistance to dark? Fairy Pokemon. So you're fighting fairy Pokemon, so it will always do 130 and 2-shot them, all of them. Everything in the game. For those 3 energies. Great! Do you have a 1-shot? It's like, of course I am. I'm Darkrai. Dead and GX if your Pokemon's affected by any special conditions. So, you know, he's been an upgrade. Usually it has to do something with sleep. It's like they don't have to be sleeping. They can be poisoned. That's fine too. I'll just bring him to the grave. Man, this is actually the creepiest looking Darkrai. 1-shot kill. That's like if that Pokemon's now KO'd. Doesn't matter what they are KO'd. So, there are many ways to put special conditions on. Salazzle. Ariados. Hypno's gonna be still around. So, very easy to do. Although Salazzle, the Salazzle we have right now in Guardians Rising is gonna be the best pair for this. It gives 30 more damage. Add that to Dark Rift. 160 Choice Band. 1-shot KO. Even with Dark Rift. He's like, I don't need to use my GX attack. I just use Dark Rift. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going to happen. So, ability charges itself up. Fast, basic, reliable. Darkrai, you're going to my collection. So, Salazzle. Fitting's having a bad day. Okay, moving on. Wish Baton. Very important card. You know, like Max Elixir works in every deck, this is something that works in every deck too. However, it is a Pokézol, so it fights with the Choice Band, but man, it's competitive. If this Pokemon is knocked out, you move 3 energies onto one of your bench Pokemon, better than XP share, and 3 energies is big. I mean, if I kept a Wish Baton on every single my Pokemon, I probably don't need any energies at all, if it worked like that. Unfortunately, there are things like tool removal, so that is the biggest thing. It is great, but you get no value of it if your Pokemon doesn't get KO'd. That's one of them, and if it gets removed, so that's 2. So it really depends on that tool removal, that field blowers, if you know, it lands on them. Alright, so very high potential, just easy to counter. Now, Acerola! This is a card like this is similar to AZ except with a catch. So the catch is you can choose your Pokemon has to be hurt. 1 damage counter on them must be hurt because she doesn't like healthy Pokemon. She's been I don't know how to say that. Well, if she doesn't like healthy Pokemon, she prefers wounded ones. Okay, you return that Pokemon and all cards attached to it back to your hand. AZ discards everything, she lets you pick everything back up. So then you can just assemble it again, and it's a way to deny prize cards. And man, who's her favorite Pokemon? Which Pokemon likes this? Tapu Koko, the lightning one. Oh yeah, that and its ability are gonna have such a great synergy. So I have high expectation for this. I know Verse Seeker's going away, so I don't know how much of these, but I definitely want to keep out for this. This could really, hurt my opponent's momentum. They can't get a prize card. So that is one bar of the set, because all this right here, what we're looking at, we're gonna get it in one single expansion. The best of it, Beyond the New Challenge, is a small Japanese set. So let's take a look at the rest of it. Alright, going back here, the first Pokemon that starts up is Butterfree. Bye-bye, healing! This card sucks. Oh, what? Already? Oh, look at this. This is a stage 2. Garbodor has as much hit points right here. Its damage doesn't get you anywhere. You're gonna take 3 shots or more to get it. Hey, a paralysis, though. Let's try to didn't cheese that, but it's low damage. And you can hear all Pokemon on your side of the field. Sounds great. Sounds great potential, but, usually 1 or 2 Pokemon are hurt. If you treat them, and this is a stage 2 to get the healing. I got max potion. I got deck space for you. So moving on. Oh, you have to shuffle this Pokemon back into your deck, which may, you're using deck thinners, and now this is gonna, make your deck clunky. Nope. Moving on. Moving on. Tan growth. Stage 1, 140. Just like Garbodor. Do you have some Garbodor level damage? Ah, look at this. Flip 4 coins. 50 heads, that's 100 base damage for this many energies. I'm gonna pass. Bye, Tangela. You're going to the closet. Now, Wimpon. It has an ability. We always gotta look at that. During your first turn, it has 0 retreat. For the rest of the game, it has 3. Doesn't sound that good to me. Still might have useful if you got this in your turn 1 and you want to send something else out. Yeah, you know what? I'll use you. I'll put you. Galisopod, we already talked about you. We made a whole video about you. You know what? We're gonna have to say that for a lot of other stuff out here. Do I like you? Yes, I remember I liked you. Why? Because for 1 energy, you can get 1-shot KOs. There are all techs out there that let you do that. Lurantis, Choice Bands, and yeah, that's all that. And a double color synergy. You're kind of like Salazzle, just 2 energy cards, and your whole kit is there. You have little tricks up your sleeves. Well, okay, we have to talk about the attacks. That's right. First impression, if you come during your turn, if you switch this into play, say you're using a Zoroark, or just Float Stones or Guzma, which we'll talk about, you 1 energy, 120 damage. Yeah, does even more damage than its 3 damage attack. Oh, let's see, 100 damage. Sorry, 3 energy attack. It's expensive deck. 100 damage, and it shields itself. So, first impression, if you have a way to keep switching them in, Solgaleo, Zoroark, Keldeo if you're expanded. Easy, efficient, 1 energy damage, works with max potion. And a Crosscut GX, what does this do? You switch it with your bench Pokemon, so it's like, hey, you can use first impression again. And not only that, the base damage is high, 150, give it a Choice Band, and Tapu Fini is dead. Tapu Fini is having a bad day. Moving on! Is this a good card? You're going to my collection. You're gonna be good. I can make a deck out of you. Keeper. Moving on. Really moving on. Gyarados. One of those weird water Pokemon that's weak to lightning. This was grass. They're weak to everything. So, oh, well, you're not. What happened? You changed it to. Where'd you come from? Monkey is like, that's a little spooky. The Blaster Part. This deck does 50 damage for every dead Magikarp in your discard. Which means there can only be 3 dead Magikarps if 1 grown Magikarp grew up to be a Gyarados. 150 damage, and after this thing dies, you get all dead Magikarp. So, I don't see a synergy with this. You may be able to keep a Mew X up and it does, hey, Dolco's energy, 150 damage. Give that Mew a choice, man. And you might have a deck with this. You know, Mew with 120 damage isn't that spectacular. Tap a Bulu back that could do better. And what is his next attack? Wow, nice base damage. Ew, big energy cost, and it does 30 damage to all your bench Pokemon. Hurts you. So what Rup sees negates that. This is tough. Your hit points are okay. They're near GX levels, but you are expensive to charge up. So I don't think it's sufficient enough. You know, these stage 1s are getting better. I like to see that, but still not good enough yet. It's like Pokemon's like, when will these trainers be satisfied? When I can win with Gyarados, that's what it is. Anything else? Simi Board, not enough damage, not enough hit points. It's if I see a Simi Board, I was like, that came from a theme deck. I feel sad for this guy. Moving on, Brushix. Ooh, Synchronize. Easy to charge on 1 energy, 1 double colorless energy, 90 hit points. Oh, well, we actually don't know how many hit points that is. But if I had more hit points, great. But the problem is it does no damage. Really? It does 60 base? Okay. 20 more for every of the same type, same element. You know, usually when you play a fire deck, you have all fire decks. But what about Tapu Leles or Rangaroos? That's why. So you may have problem getting into, you know, 2-shot potentials. 120 damage is a 2-shot potential. So, and you need a full bench. Your opponent needs a full bench of fire Pokemon for that to happen. You're missing it. So that's why I'm gonna, you know, just leave there. Nope, this is going to the closet. Pikachu, Raichu. We're gonna move to Raichu. I'm actually thirsty. I took a nice break for that before I'm gonna go. Dang, this thing is good. This thing is good. You know, Pokemon usually keeps a check on their paralysis stuff. You can permanently paralyze Pokemons with this for many turns in a row. Evo's Shock. When you evolve your Pikachu to a Raichu, your opponent is paralyzed. No questions asked. With the evolution sprays and a whole fleet of this, or just supporting, like you have a 3-3 line, put it in with, say, Darkrai. Oh man, you can paralyze your opponent for critical turns. They cannot move, they cannot attack, and it'll really pressure them to use their switches. Have lots of switches, not flow zones, switches, trainers. This is one very dangerous card. You gotta watch out for this one. So, well, let's see. 110 base hit points, 1 less cover. That's fine. What's your damage? 130. Hey, that's Tapu Koko like. And let's see, what's this 30 damage to itself? Not so bad. If you really had to fight with this, sure, this damage is great. This damage is good, and we're gonna bring a Raichu GX soon, so we'll have to see. Hey, they're gonna synergy. There's synergy. Actually, I won't. You don't have enough of these kind of Raichus. Moving on. Oh, what are you talking about? Nothing. Moving here. Electros. Yeah, this guy. Look at this. 160 damage. 80 plus 80 if you hurt your own Pokemon with 80. You know, the only Pokemon that likes this is Toros. I wonder if there's like some Mr. Mime-like card that blocks bench damage or something. Or like a stadium. We'll see about that, but somebody has to take 80 damage and that sucks. However, given a choice, man, it starts, you know, getting 1-shots on Tapu Fini. It's having a bad day. So if it 1-shot on Tapu Fini, you know, it can't be that bad. How about Mega Mouth? Oh, 50 damage. You know, it's really looking like a Entei like we talked about today. 50 damage. But it builds up into a 1-shot with Vacuum Bolt. So, not too bad. Your Pokemon can't retreat. Energy cost is much nicer than the other ones that we thought were meh. So, not so bad. We can use a Zapdos strategy with you with this. Zapdos Toros. What else? Moving on. Oh, Fairbanks City is back. Cell Viper. So, Cell Viper, when it's on your bench, this is a basic. It is easy to toss this on your bench. Or 4 of them into your bench. You may place an additional damage counter went on your opponent's poison Pokemon. So what happens if there are 2? Becomes Fairbanks City again. 3 damage between turns. I remember those days. I know how much those damage counters stick. That's 2-shot potential. And all you have to do is just load up a poison, poison thorn, poison barb. That's it. Every deck can use this right here. Pretty much, it's gonna be more dangerous than Choice Man if your opponent decides to attack you. Which they have to attack you. You just have to remove the poison barb. So, even a non-poison deck, that's what I'm saying, can take advantage of this Cell Viper. Heck, if you have all 4, that's 5 damage between turns. You gotta retreat, or that poison barb will get you 1-shot kills. So, I like this as a tool for deck building. We can make strange, funky decks out of it, but I just don't have a really big thought out idea yet. So I like you. I'm getting for you in the collections. My fleet of snakes, they're go coming. So we made a video about the next guy, Dust Noir, kind of like a Dust. No. Who are you? Darkrai. Your opponent's bench Pokemon fuses damage. That's what it does. Mind Check. 30 base damage, 30 more damage for all your opponent's bench Pokemon. So you really want them to fill their bench up. And the ability forces them to do that. Look for a basic Pokemon, drop it from their hand onto the bench. Then hurt it by 30 damage. So nice. And you get to look at your opponent's hand, know exactly what they do. Do I like this Noir? Yeah. I like it. Big will make a really cool deck with maybe Mewtwo. Yeah, just stick Mewtwo in there, have some fun with that. What else? Toxicroak. Hey, remember that Cell Viper? They sort of might go together. Hey, Garbodor, what you doing there? Alright, Poison Jab, your opponent's Pokemon's poison. Yeah, get a team of Cell Vipers. All 4 Cell Vipers on your bench. That does 30 plus 54 damage between turns. So 80. Yeah, 80, and then if your opponent doesn't retreat, another 80. No, another 50. That's poison. Poison only ticks for 5 with 4 Cell Vipers. And hey, you can make that work. You totally could make that work. You just need more bench space. Yeah. So, Poison High. This is an interesting one. 3 energies. Kind of expensive for a Pokemon that doesn't live too long. Because, yeah, it looks Salazzle. Salazzle GX. 1-shot does 2 fire energies. If Poison High, if this thing is poison, so it likes to be poison, it does 160 damage. And then this Pokemon heals itself with poison. So you don't actually take damage from the poison itself. Great! Nice damage. It's just that if you had more hit points, it'd be better. You know, I think there's a muscle dumbbell that actually does that. 150. You might not be so bad. Still, 3 energies is expensive. I'll keep an eye on you. Maybe I'll have fun with you for one day, then you're going to the closet. It's like, don't say that. He has a little bit more potential of that. Yes, you do. All right. That's all I'm going to say. Moving on, that Necrozma GX. I wish to you more justice. I mean, you're like the Giratina of this expansion. So Necrozma, End of Light. Colorless Pokemons cannot hurt this. Both yours and your opponent. So is there a colorless Pokemon that hurts my own Pokemon? I don't think so. But colorless Pokemons like Arceus can't touch this at all. Or Drampa. Very conditional. If you run into it, yay. If you don't, which would probably happen. I mean, there's no pure colorless deck, so it's not always going to be helpful. Very often, I'm going to say it's not going to be helpful. Moving on, however, it can show up. It's very convenient when it shows up. Moving on, Prism Blast, 10 base damage, 3 colorless energies, really? So 3 of any energy, but if they're psychic, you discard all psychic energies into 60 more for every psychic energy discarded this way. So, if you charge this up, you're going to lose all your energies and do 180 damage. 3 energies, discard every single attack? You can't be a main attacker, man. I know Metagross can, if you need 3 Metagross, you can fight with this. And do 180 every time, which Metagross is 150. He just needs a choice band. Is this really a helpful for a Metagross deck? Nah, so I wish they did you more justice. Moving on, Black Ray GX. This deck does 100 damage to all your opponent's special EX and GX cards. It will put them into 2-shot range, all of them. So then you only actually need 2 energies to get this out there. So yes, this is a dangerous attack. It will probably do lots of damage, 200-300, depending on your opponent's how many GX they have. But you run into 3-4 GXs, 300, 400. That's great. That is great because you're gonna have to fight them. They're easy prize cards, just like Xander, Guzman, them off. I think it's a good GX. It's gonna be worth using. Thing is, it just can't fight L on its own. So Necrozma, Like I said, I wish you did more justice. You're having a bad day just like Tapu Fini. Moving on, Rhyhorn. Oh, we made a video about you. Rhyperior, 160 hit points. So close to Tapu Fini. Another basic GX Pokemon. And what is this ability? Mount removal. You get to discard 3 cards off your opponent's deck when you evolve it. So just once. And 3 cards will count. I know it. I know it, because towards the end of the game, I'll always have 10, 20 cards. You can force your opponent to deck out with this. For sure. Not only that, it can fight, but oh, so expensive. 170 base damage. However, this Pokemon can't attack. It cannot attack. Not affect the weakness resistance, so no getting a Tapu Kokos, anything lightning Pokemons with this. They're not attacking. You can just use Pokemon Ranger. You could just retreat it. The base damage is so high that even with a choice, man, you can get starting one-shots with this. So, am I going to make a deck out of it? Yeah! Am I going to use it all the time? Because I think it's an awesome card? I'm going to stick to my Tapu, sorry, not my Tapu, my Salazzle GX. So, it's another non-EX card, which potential. But you're looking a lot better. You know, things have been getting better. I haven't seen cards this good. Like, they definitely got more stats in. Are they enough to, challenge the meta cards? Nah, that's still energy expensive. Moving on, we don't know about Mudbray, we don't know about Mudsdale, we don't care for now. More Shadow GX, another GX Pokemon. Should be interesting. Abilities are always interesting. Shadow Hunt, this Pokemon can use any basic attack in your discard. Yeah, he's a dead Pokemon. He's a ghost Pokemon. So, he can communicate with the dead. Your own basic dead Pokemon, not evolved. Why not evolved? Because, it's a basic. Look, that's a baby. It only understands other basics, not adult evolved Pokemon. So, what does it do? It can copy all their attacks. If it has the energy to use it. So, if you're using a fighting or something that's not a fighting deck, you technically use it if there's something in the basic. So, what I'm saying is you could use grass attacks, put grass energies on it, and it can copy grass attacks. Yeah, so we know how it works. Is it going to be any good? Is there any synergy? Yes. Toros Gx is one. The other one's Clefairy. I don't like the Clefairy one. Clefairy is a basic that allows you to copy your opponent's active attacks for 3 energies. 3 of energies, not here. But just trust me on that one, yeah? Okay, so you can look it up. So regenerations. Then now it's pretty much kind of like a 3 energy Zora Arc Break. Not could be good. You can copy GX attacks with that, but I know it really depends. It's so situational. The Tauros, however, can really elevate its damage. It's like, why don't I just play Tauros instead? Well, I could, but this thing has better base damage. Look at this, beat down 120 base damage? That's gonna one-shot a Garbodor. Just you have weakness to Garbodor, which really ruins it. But you have 2-shot potential, you have better base damage than Tauros, and copying Tauros GX's and its rage, you can get a lot of damage out of this guy and make it pretty scary. Now the thing is, why would you want to copy other Pokemon's attacks? Well, it's a fighting tech. It gets bonus from strong energies, Regirocks, Machamps from the Generation series. So maybe fighting techs may help out other decks. So far still, the only big synergy I see is Tauros and that Clefairy. Maybe Droppa. Moving on. The Lowland Renegade. Some people are hyped for this. This is a free attack that does 60 damage if you have a Poketool attached to it. So it doesn't cost no energies. Give it a choice, man. That's 90 damage to a GX Pokemon. If you don't, okay, get 2-shot of Garbodor, which we prefer to go for a 1-shot. But it's there. There's a Stadium 2 Reverse Valley. 10 extra damage to this. Not so bad. Evolutions may get... I think evolutions are rotating. We might not be able to get a... weakness damage to that. That's okay. But for free... Man, you actually have 120 damage. Garbodor is already tough to get rid of. Oh. You might be playable. You just don't have that much highest damage as Garbodor. It's like, you know what? Go and put it with the Garbodors. They don't cost any energies to attack. Oh. I think that's how I'm going to make the deck. Thank you. Moving on. Is this a keeper? Yes. I would get an army of rats set out of my opponents. Gardevoir, we made a video about you, and we liked you. Why? Well, you only have 1 energy attacks, and they are scary. The more energy it has, infinite force, just like Mew Mega Mewtwo. The more energies between both Pokemons, it does 30 damage for each. Double colors energy is included. Not only that, it is a very good ability when you get to put another fairy energy on your Pokemon between turns. So you must have the fairy energy, but you know that doubles the amount of energies you can play, which is gonna be great. So you know, it has a way its ability synergizes with all fairy Pokemons and itself. And Twilight GX, oh god bro, you're gonna hate this. Search your discard pile for 10 cards. Instead of any cards you want, put them back into your deck. Items, oh that Garbodor's like, I do 200 damage now. Oops, no, you do 0 damage now. Bye Garbodor, you're not gonna be able to take out a Gardevoir because of its GX attacks. And its damage is scaling. It's gonna be very high enough to one-shot other GX Pokemon. So, man, they did you justice. I like you, Gardevoir. You're a keeper. You're a keeper. Moving on, moving on. Morlo, Zygo, we made a video about you. It's like I'm so special. What do you do? All right, so you know, nice base damage, even better than Charizard GX. We'll talk about Charizard in a bit. 150 hit points. This is a basic. I think we saw stage shoes today that only had 150. Yeah. I mean, the last one we saw was Rhyperior at 160. This is just a basic. You don't have to evolve this thing. It has such high stats. GX level attacks too. So this last attack, 150. You must discard a dark and a fairy energy, which I told you that in that video. What is that card? Florges Breaks removes this fairy cost. So you only need a darkness and a double colorless. 150 damage, give it a choice band. Tapu Fini is dead. You're having such a bad day, Tapu Fini. And you're just only discarding 1 darkness energy, so that's easy to pay. 1 energy getting one-shot kills? Yeah, I make a deck about this. Then I shove you up because I like my GXs better. Moving on, moving on, moving on. I still like you. I like you. Moving on, moving on. We're gonna see a Sporgon Z, which is not there because, you know, it's a digital anomaly. What does it do? Oh, this is good. Reformat. There are a lot of evolved Pokemons in play that are good. GX Pokemons, Stage 1 GXs. You get to unevolve it so it has a massive, massive hit point decrease. And you get to, you know, knock it out easily. Like, it's, you know, we're talking about 70, 80 hit points. Yeah, most, then that's all you need. And you unevolve it once you evolve. Okay, let me go back to the beginning. When you play it from your hand, this is Stage 2, which makes it hard. When you play it from your hand, you get to unevolve all your opponent's evolved Pokemon, so they have less hit points. The thing is, it happens during your turn. Because of that, you could take advantage of the lower hit point immediately, get damage in, 80 or 60 damage, and get rid of them. So, what's the pair with this Jolteon? Jolteon is immune to basic, and when you fight against evolved Pokemon, use this. Don't need that Glaceon, just use this guy and get the KO. Jolteon does 70 base damage. 70. No, close to getting enough. Needs a little bit more. Just like 1 more damage. There probably is a way to get that 1 more damage. So, is it good? Yeah! Zap Cannon, 80 damage. Isn't gonna get you anywhere, but with this ability, yes, I said 80 was, you know, the right number. For even, you know, any Pokemon that can evolve, it's a little baby form. This will get it. This will get it. Of course, it's like 80 and you can't use the attack. Given what it can do, yeah. Fighting against basic Pokemon? No, you gotta have Jolteon or something else to fight, you know, pad things up. Alright, moving on. Stuffoo, beware! No. Hey, you've Garbodor hit points. You've Garbodor level damage. No, not really. 3 energies, and it confuses itself. Pass Torment Spray! There's been a lot of talk about this with, Sylveon. Yeah, you look at your opponent's hand. No, I don't think so. You just choose the card for your opponent's hand randomly, and if it's supported, it goes into the discard, and if not, you get, you know, 1 card there I am. I wouldn't put it into any of my decks. I say it's not worth the space. But for Sylveon, people are saying you combo it with Delinquent. Delinquent eats 3 cards. So now if you a red card forces your opponent to have 4 cards. Delinquent removes 3 of them. I'm careful to use the right finger here. And the last card, you can use Torment Spray. The thing is, a supporter, your opponent's going to try to keep a supporter or a Verse Seeker, which will fail. But if it's a supporter like Sycamore End, that could really ruin them. But there's all these if, buts. The whole combo has to line up. Getting your opponent stuck, I'd say no. it's not gonna work out. Don't be afraid of Torment Spray. It's gonna fail. Moving on, Super Scoop Up, you're back! Flip a coin if heads. Put all Pokemons and all cards, attach it back to your hand. Unlike Acerola, which is a supporter, it doesn't have to be hurt. But that coin flip, you know, yes, no, yes, no. You can always use it as a retreat. You know, all those Super Scoop Up days coming back at me. It's pretty good. You know, fits with cards. It's like a de-evolution, half a de-evolution spray. So, you know, the coin flip cards, it's tough. It's tough. Guzma, you're the replacement for Lysander. Find victims on the bench, bring it back to the front, and then you can take care of it. You also get a free switch too, which must happen. So usually, it may help out, may not help out. You better have a bench Pokemon ready to go though. So it's like, yeah, I'm not slacking here. Lysander, oh, gee. Lysander only does one thing. He does two things. And you know, his favorite Pokemon has synergy with it, because if you switch this Golisopod in, which is why he, you know, has to switch an opponent to it, you know, they could combo each other with that. So, all right, moving on. Not much there. Wick. Oh, your picture wasn't here. Wick had a very interesting picture. Yeah. We're not gonna talk about the day it was released here in Poke Beach. Moving on. Each player shuffled their hands into the deck, draws the same amount of cards. Basically, you don't get more cards, no matter what. Same as your opponent. I'm gonna shelve Wick up. I need more cards. If this is a draw supporter, I actually need to get more cards in my hand than when I play a supporter. No, pull down the stadium when either card, when anybody plays anybody. You and your opponent play an evolve Pokemon, it takes 3 damage once. If you evolve it twice because it's stage 2 or break or super break, then you're gonna take a lot of damage at that. You know, that's, hey, if you can keep the stadium out, it makes those bigger GX Pokemons, you know, downgrade a level. So now things that normally don't one-shot those cards can. So yes, it has potential, but it is a stadium. You can remove the stadium. It's not as reliable. Not gonna be helpful every single game. Although it's gonna be very annoying when it does come out. The damage, I think, is, you know, it's worth it if you got the deck space. If you have the deck space to fit 3-4 of them, yeah, it's gonna be cool. So we're gonna, you know, these are the full arts. We're gonna pass by. Hi, Wick. There you are. There's the picture of her. Nothing wrong with this. Totally. It's just a, you know, it's just a nice old lady. Yeah, okay. Moving on. You know, these are all the full arts. We got a secret rare versions, and the last set, which I'm gonna be talking. I'm gonna get a drink of water. Much better. So let us continue. Nobody actually saw me that, right? You probably all gone by now. Okay, moving on. Okay, Vileplume. Kind of like a Jolteon here. Why is that? Bitter Ball and your opponent's basic Pokemon's a flak. Hey, can you fit this Porygon? Probably not. Man, this looks creepy. That's creepy. If this was walking down my street, I'd run away. Or do something aggressive. So, Bitter Ball and your opponent's active Pokemon, if it's a basic, it cannot attack. Like, it can't even try to attack you. It's untouchable. So, that's good. Kinda. You know, this is the day where there's stage 1 GXs. A lot of evolved Pokemons are everywhere. Garbodor is everywhere. No, it's not gonna be as reliable against every single matchup. What is this? Downer Shock. 60 damage from the coin if either your Pokemon's confused, sleeping, or confused. So either way, they have a half chance to not attack you. Great, the base damage is so low though. So you give it a choice, man. Can't be too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. 3 energies. His hit points is so. Only 20 more than a Garbodor. We'll mess with it maybe for one deck video and that's it. I don't see this. You wouldn't take this to a tournament. It's like, are you sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Moving on, Caracross ability. Whoa. I guess the art is really weird. Oh, I guess we just have a really big picture of that picture. If this Pokemon is knocked out, flip a coin, then it's not knocked out. And it has the bare minimum of hit points instead. So, you know, it only triggers on attacks. If Decidueye snipes it out with a Feta Arrow, that sucks. Then it's gonna get KO'd and you can bypass this. So, the thing is, you can get really, really lucky. And it will never die. I mean, coin flips, you don't know. And the thing is, it only is worth 1 prize card. That is the most dangerous thing. Normally, you're supposed to stamp these things out easily. Get one prize card, but now maybe trading for a lot more than that. This is like 1.5 prize cards. Or, you know, no, 70.75% chance. That's weird. 75% of a prize card due to this coin flip. So, your opponent might have to get through a lot of attacks. And so how do we juice this up? 50 damage, your opponent switches their active with their bench. But the 50 damage for 2 energies is not too bad. Put in Lurantis, put in Choice Bands, and it will probably destroy GX decks. If I saw this, I'd be afraid of it. I would just hope for... Oh man, you really need to shut down that ability. That can really mess my GX decks up. So, I'm scared of it. I would definitely make a deck out of you, right? Yeah, we gotta try this out. And yo, who knows? Luck? Oh yeah, get really lucky. It's gonna be a great time. Acquiring it, we're gonna skip you. Because your hit points are not that high, your damage is not gonna get you anywhere. It blocks opponents put remaining energies on. Great, but you're not gonna survive. So, moving on! Charizard GX, we made a video about you. We like you. Actually, we like you because we can use your Charmander's attack. That's pretty much why. We can use Celebi, we can use Victini, and we're gonna use the Charmander's attack where it reflects damage on itself onto your opponent and double it. Yeah, and give that hit points of yours. You're kind of like a big giant Toros. However, you do have a wing attack, which is not as great as that Zygarde. Okay. And you have a 300 damage attack. Wow, this got 3 fire energies. No. However, you know, who needs that sort of damage? 5 energy costs. That's why we're excited for the beginning of the Charmander's energy. Otherwise, dang, that is so expensive. But that's how Charizards are. Moving on. Holo GX. Take a look at this. Eternal Light. Put 3 EX or GX Pokemons in your discard back into your bench. Didn't say Mega EX Pokemons. Didn't say if it had to be Stage 2 or Stage 1 GXs. Salazzle, Charizard. Put them onto your bench. So you can, without evolving, saving deck space, get those cards up. Yeah, they just take lots of energies to charge up. Now you're spending 3 on Eternal Light. Well, maybe you can use the Phoenix Burn next. Look at this 180 base. It can one-shot. Oh, it can't one-shot itself because it is better than average hit points. That's good. But everything, all the other Drampa, Tapu Koko, don't go down one-shot. Oh, yeah. For 5 energies. Actually, you beat out... You beat out Lapras. That's the Stage 1. And it's the same attack but you cannot use you can't use attack consecutively. Now it just said Phoenix Burn, you can still use Sacred Fire, so oh yeah, 1-shot kill, 4 energy costs. 4 energy costs. The 5 is on the Charizard. Charizard's still with you. Because he made such impression. So yeah, this is a 1-shot kill. I'd be afraid if I see this. And Eternal Light bring those cool cards in. You have potential. We definitely gotta have a lot of fun with you, but I want to bring you into Expanded. What else? Why? Because I could use Blacksmith, quicker ways to charge this up. That's why. Sacred, there's more to it too. Sacred Fire. This damage does 50 damage to any of your opponent's Pokemon. Bench, whatever. Same cost as Eternal Light. I guess if you're going against the Stage 2, something bigger. You may need the 50 and the 180 combo to finish it off for a 2-shot. Otherwise, Phoenix Burn with the Choice Band probably is going to get everything in 1 shot anyways. So, the numbers are there. It's very expensive to use, but we have Kiawe, which you probably already know. We'll get to him a bit. He's a little bit further ahead. So, moving on. Simisear, Heatmore. Oh, Simisear. Oh, yeah, there's nothing to talk about Simisear. It's hit points and it's not worth your deck space. The hit points and damage right there. We're going to move on. Heatmore. Owner Sloop. Flip 2 coins for every head. So you get to search your discard for any card, be they supporters, items, anything. Getting things from the discard always had a, some sort of limit to it. This thing does kind of bypasses that. With a Victini and 2 energies, you can get cards out of your discards. That's great. How are you going to get me prize cards? That's the important thing. So, I think the current Sylveon does a better job of getting you what you want. Getting 1 card out of discard, 75% chance of the time. isn't gonna get you anywhere. So Heat Wars, I will pass. Your hit points, your damage, even with burn, nah. You're going to the shelf. Moving on, Kingdra. Oh, this one's nice. This is like worthy. You gotta try me out. 440 hit points. Stage 2. All right, not too bad. Brine, 1 single energy for a wounded. If your opponent has a damage counter somewhere, anywhere, it does 90 damage to it. Kind of like a sniper, kind of like a Greninja-ish attack. And what is this? Tornado Shot. Discard a water energy onto this Pokemon. Hey, it only costs 1 water energy though. It does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, which triggers the Brine. So, you know, you have 90. You have a 2-shot that can go for the bench, that can go for the front. Give it a choice, man. Yeah, we can mess with you for make a deck out of you for a day. Then I don't know if I, you know, the stats, just if you can compete up with the big GX cards. We'll have to see. The energy cost, it looks pretty good. So, moving on. Azumarill, 120 hit points, Sheamus Garbodor. Alright, thick fat. Great against water or fire Pokemon. It does reduces damage by 30 from those attacks, so you technically have 150 hit points against those specific types. So not useful everywhere, just those decks. Yeah. Damage waterfall 80. No, it's not even a 2-shot. Actually, give it a 2-shot. Choice man. Yeah, it's a 2-shot. Not that special though. If I saw a Marrow deck, I wouldn't be too afraid about that. All right, Wobbuffet, we made a deck about video about you. The more retreat cost your opponent cards has, the bigger the damage goes through. The problem is that it has so little hit points, it's weak to Garbodor, and the energy cost of 3 is bad. And also, you need synergies. You need cards that increase your opponent's retreat cost. Duck Trio, Lowland Duck Trio does that. A new stadium, which we're about to look at, does that. Still, it's too squishy. It is too squishy and too expensive to use. Probably not gonna fly. Moving on, Venipede. Oh, another stage 2 that is close to a GX, but very expensive. 160 hit points. Ooh, only 10 points away from Tapu Fini. And it poisons too. But 3 energies. Most of them must be psychics. No double colors. Add in those Ekans, Cell Vipers, and you can actually get a lot of damage out of this. And the final attack, expensive, 140. Give it a choice man and 1-shot Tapu Fini. Yeah, it's not really a bad day. The problem is that that's a lot of energies. If it sinks, you lose 4 energies. And this is stage 2. It takes a lot of deck space. I mean, you got the numbers. You got the numbers there. If you were loaded up, I'd be afraid of you, and I know that, you know, my opponent probably run out of gas, and that's how it's gonna be. Moving on, Palossand. Do you have energy interesting? Yeah, Dust Storm. 4 energies is 100 damage, and you discard all cards off itself and your opponent. So like a double-edged sword, and it's gonna be so expensive to use in, you know, if you try to do it again. No, I don't think I can I don't have the upkeep to keep this running. What about your second attack? 80 damage, and your opponent can't retreat. It looks kind of like the Marrow. Same hit, similar, a little bit better hit points. Give it a choice, man. Yeah, I guess I could try to make a 2-shot deck with this. I'd say like it's gonna be a bit boring to do. Nothing that special, but hey, you got the numbers. Not special, but has the numbers. Moving on, Lucario. We made a video about you too. Hey, man. And what did we say about this? It is pretending to be an EX Pokemon. So when it evolves, you cannot kill it. It takes no damage, no effects works against it. So it's like having infinite hit point for a turn, then 120. So it mimics big hit points. Like if you're going for a 2-shot and you have 120, it's a 2-shot with this. You're not trying to make this immortal, but that's how it works. So if you can get the combo to get through, it has GX, a regular GX level attack. This is a 2-shot, and it would be a cool deck to run. It's only worth 1 prize card, and if you're, you know, cheating turns like that, I would lose. My GX decks would lose against this. If everything works out, it's gonna win in prize cards, just like that Heracross. Moving on, I like you. Crabominable, 1 energy, 80 damage. That is one of the highest base damage ever. Give it strong energies. Give it choice man. That is a 2-shot. And it's the stage 1. Look at this, 140 hit points. That's gonna be hard to KO. And with the 1 energy, you can just use Max Potion to heal it up, which is gonna be critical because it hurts itself. when it does that. It doubles the damage counter on itself, so you are going to need to use max motion to keep it from, KOing itself. 140 is a lot. It will win those prize card trades, so this is going to be a very good budget deck. We kind of can see it. And if you can't use Guts Hammer, maybe you can use too expensive. 80 base damage, just 40 more for each heads, average of 120. Yeah, it's all about its first attack. It is all about its first attack. It has potential. Moving on, we made a video about you, Lowland Muck. The special condition combo guy, Chemical Press. The 70 damage for every special condition on your opponent. You can have up to 3. I read that in the comments. Poison, burn, and a disabling condition, which is sleep, confuse, paralyze, and how's that scaling? With 2 of them, that's 150. With 3 of them, that's 200. That's a one-shot KO. Even with 2 of them, with a choice man, you can start getting KOs, like on Tapu Fini. It's having a bad day. Okay, moving on. How do you get the special conditions in? You would use a card, Salazzle. The regular Salazzle evolves, it poisons, it burns, it does 30 damage because of those conditions, and the Chemical Press gets you the one shot. With the choice band, easily could get many Pokemons. 220 is better than most Stage 1 GXs. Salazzle only has 200. So yeah, this Muck is something. This dark Alola Muck. I like it. I like it. Hazard, Tri-Hazard GX, free GX. The first free GX of the game. It drags the Pokemon from the bench like Lysander. Poison, burns, paralyzes them. Ooh. So once they're out, and then they're loaded up conditions, we know only poison's guaranteed to stay. Yeah, but still, good GX combo with Hala, combo with other cards. In Crunch, if you don't have special conditions, that's fine. 2-shot potential right here, 120 damage. Expensive attack though, but you get to discard energy off your opponent's active. Which if they want to attack again, they gotta put another energy on. If they don't, it's still wasting energies on their part. So all its attacks are pretty good. It's got 1-shot potential. I like you, Alola Muck. You're a bit expensive to use. I don't know if that's gonna stop it. Needs double colors energies. I still have hopes for you. Actually, if I ever played against you, I'd be afraid of you. The thing is, it just requires combos, energies, is a big retreat cost. So luckily, it's a good thing this isn't too out of control. Alright, but still overall, I like it. Darkrai, the reverse of the Tapu Bulu we saw at the very start. Remember him? Yeah, Darkrai, similar energy cost. With a Dark, 80 plus 80, 160 damage if your opponent uses their GX attack. Will they use their GX attack if you made a full Darkrai deck? No. Keeping one around? Yeah, sure. If they use your GX attack, put a choice band 1-shot KOs on lots of GX cards. And it's only worth 1 prize card. So dark Pokemons that can have a very good, easy, cheap, basic Pokemon that can fight with. Yeah, something to do with those Alolan Ninetales at the start. What else? Malabar! Man, you got so many prints. I know some of you are going to expand. Is this one worth it? No, your hit points, your damage is not up there. We're not even going to talk about it. Ribombee! We talked about you in the Gardevoir video. That's why they were together. Energy ability, Honey Gather. Free 2 energies from your deck. Binge your decks out. You're always going to have energies to use. Any basic energies, so doesn't have to be fairy energies. And we know that the combos with Gardevoir, because energies in your hand, you can instantly play up. So Ribombee still needs, you're gonna need at least 4. 2 stage 1s, then the Cutie Flies. Put it on your bench. Is it worth it? Well, I never really had a need for energies, lots of energies quickly, but it's good to have this tool around. I can't think of a deck with it, other than Gardevoir. Or I think of a true need for it where I would build it around Ribombee. Is what I'm saying. It's I could just use Professor's Letter. I don't need to waste that many deck space for it. Moving on, Noivern GX, we made a deck video about you. Man, there are a lot of cards out there. This is an item lock. We were gonna have 0 item locks standard, now we have 1, and it's pretty good. 200 hit points, weak to fairies, 50 damage, and your opponent can play items just like Seismitoad, except you have to evolve it. That's okay. Still, item lock is item lock. However, there are ways around it. You could just take out the Noivern GX, And that's okay. Now Loud with a choice band, 80 damage for this, pretty good. Loud Sonic, 120 next turn. They can't play any special energy cards, so no double colors energies. A lot of cards we saw that we thought were good use double colors energies. Golisopod, yeah, that's one of them. Probably definitely more. Darkrai, so it could mess people up. The thing is, you don't really need that. 120 damage is a 2-shot. So, you know, even if you didn't item lock, if you did not do any of your effects, you have the stats to fight. It's nice having all the, you know, the item locks there, and if I had to fight another item lock deck, well, at least I can deal with this one. It's not permanent, there are ways to get around it, so it's better than the Vileplume. Well, that's what I'm trying to say. So, moving on, Explosive Sound Wave does 50 damage to all your opponent's Pokemon, not just Bench, not just GX or something, all of them. So, is this worth it? Yeah, 50 damage, and that weakens everything out, makes it easier to get a one-shot on everything that comes through your way in the future. So Loud Sonic, combo with this, Tapu Fini, 2-shot. Tapu Fini said a bad day. So, we said we like this card in the Noivern deck video. Had a video all about you, I liked you, still the same. I make a deck about you. Not enough stats. Not enough stats. There's something interesting where you can discard a Pokemon from your opponent's hand and look at it, but not enough stats. Boofaland. I want to say not enough stats too. 120 hit points, same as a Garbodor, but does it do enough damage? 3 energies, 80. No. Okay. Moving on. It's a 2-shot with a choice band. Noibat. We don't have any new Noibats. I mean, Noivern's got to evolve from something, and it's a colorless, which is a problem because you cannot put double dragon energies on colorless Pokemons. Double dragon energies are getting rotated. We know it's not coming in August. So, you know, double dragon energies will still be around. We'll see, because he really needs that to use this deck. Alright, we are almost done. Muscle Dumbbells, yes! 40 more hit points on your stage 1 Pokemons. Going back to Muck, going back to Salazzle. If you don't want to use choice bands on them, which really helps their one-shot potential, you could use this and turn them into big, giant, pretty much stage 2 level Pokemons. Yeah. I don't know, it depends if this pushes it into a 3-shot or a 2-shot. That is what matters. If it can really compete with choice bands with that. However, the hit points are significant. It may make some, you know, non-Crabominable, things like that viable. Although you want to use the choice band Crabominable. Man, choice band's so competitive. So it really depends if you can, if you already have high base damage for that. What else? Kiawe! We talk about you sitting all the way back there with Ho-Oh. So now you probably know what it does. A supporter. Get 4 fire energies, put them on your Pokemon any way you like. Super energy acceleration. All fire decks are probably, you know, gonna need this because this is so many energies so quickly. With 2 Kiawes, you can probably empty your energies. Empty your whole deck with energies, pretty much. And what else? Your turn ends, luckily, because if you could have that much power, it's gonna be, you know, too much. Yeah, it's too much. So this is looking good. That turn ends is a bit critical, but it's looking good. Moving on, we have Plumeria, which you're probably not going to go into many decks. You must discard 2 cards to discard 1 energy off your opponent's Pokemon. Team Magma's Grunt, Team Flare Grunt doesn't cost you any cards at all. The only thing is this one chooses a bench Pokemon, can let you choose a bench Pokemon instead. Still 2 energy discard. I don't know if I can pay a supporter for that. I'd rather Sycamore do something else. Mount Lanakila. The retreat costs of all basic Pokemons are increased by 1. Even your Pokemon too. How is this helpful? The Wobbuffet deck. Otherwise, you would not use it at all. And only basic Pokemons are affected. So very limiting. I don't see it. So I don't see that happening. Is that it? I jumped down. That is it. We're looking at the cool full art cards, which are totally amazing, but Escape Route, Fire, and she says all of it. How long have I been doing this? No way, I've not been recording for an hour. Have I? This is an hour video? Oh my cow. Did it take me that long to review the whole expansion? Well, now, I don't know, you're still here listening here, but we just did it. We reviewed the entire expansion. These are the new GX cards. So, well, anything to look forward to? Most of the GX are pretty good. And, yeah. There are a lot of nice trainers. The biggest ones I'm looking for. I like that Darkrai a lot. And, you know, I guess Darkrai's the biggest GX. Next one would be Slazzle. Ones that we saw at the start. The ones that we saw at you know, the others, they're alright. They're alright. This is simpler. I like cheaper and simpler, you know, low energy cost GXs. Glisopod is another one of them. So those GXs, there were some nice non-GX cards, such as that Crabominable. So nice tidbits here and there. I think that's it. Thank you very much, Integrals and the Frenchels. That is my review of the next expansion. A lot of nice cards to come to collect. And that's it. Thank you. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.